The G is here. So that might have been the rod. All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. And on today's episode, we're going to be working on the G again. I know in that episode, we pretty much said that the G was pretty much going to be done for the channel. We were probably going to offload it, but we're going to revive it. So we went up to Sacramento and picked up a 70,000 mile motor from a auto dismantler. So we're going to put that in. Today we're going to pull the engine, get everything prepped for the new motor. So I got Isaiah. He's on his way over. He's going to help us today, and we are going to dive into the project. So let's go. We're going to start stripping off the front.
Sweet. OEM for sure.
What? Are you kidding me?
Nice. Look how easy that is. Check for any wire. Nope, no way. Freedom. Tire up. Oh. Just gonna unbolt this and swing this out of the way. Disconnect that line and separate the condenser from the radiator.
Oh, they rotate. Look at that. Mm-hmm. These things rotate inside there.
Mm-hmm. So that's a little pivot out of the way.
Yeah. That was not a whole lot of coolant.
Could have been part of some of the issues that we had.
All right, so Isaiah's working on the ECU right now. He's gonna disconnect the plug to the ECU, and then we're gonna feed it up through this grommet right here, this grommet hole. Disconnect that from the firewall, and then that way the entire engine harness can just be laid on top of the engine, and it can all come out as one assembly.
So I took a look to make sure there's no connector. The press on, just gotta put a little screwdriver and wedge it, and then it should come right out. And I'll do the same for the second one. Bam.
So with our new motor, we don't have a power steering pump or an alternator. I'm not gonna take the alternator off right now, but I'm gonna take the power steering pump off while it's inside the car. Reason being is I'm trying to avoid draining the fluid out of it and re-bleeding it later and doing all that. So I think it's just gonna be easier to disconnect it from the engine and then lay it over here on the side.
So we're, John's over here working on the exhaust.
Yeah, I got the bolts off, disconnected the O2 sensors, and now I'm going to start working on the shifter, bottom part. There's a bolt that goes through, we have to take out, and then we'll unbolt the cross member, or the transmission cross member anyways, and then the motor mounts, and then I think we should be about there to pull this thing out. Literally just
Undid it.
There's a spring in there.
Yep, just a spring.
All right, so we're gonna take the transmission cross member off. There's a bolt that goes to a mount. And then there's 2 bolts on each side that go to the chassis. We'll undo all that and completely remove it, just so that way when the engine comes out, you don't have this big bracket on here getting hung up on everything. So,
pro tip, there's a little lip in there, so you got to pull it over to the side and then it comes out.
I feel like I'm going the right way.
Yep.
Woo! Oh, better. All right, so I think we got most of everything disconnected. Motor mounts and all that, everything's good. So we're gonna try to pull it out and see what we forgot. Uh-oh. My knot.
You're not coming out?
Yeah. This exhaust's coming off. Let's check the drive line. And see if that yoke just slips right out of there once we get it to go about an inch. Maybe keep going, see what she does.
I wonder if the manifold itself needs to get up, like take it off.
Lift it up. Alright, so like we planned, the slip yoke came out.
Pull out method?
Our pull-out game is strong.
Under the car. Something shot in my eye.
Yeah, that's what she said.
The pull out method got in my eye.
Yeah. Alright, I don't know if you guys can see it. There's a, I'll show it when the motor's out. But there's like a power steering line right there that's got like a little loop and it goes up. It fits like right inside this window right here. Just be cognizant of that when you're lifting the motor out.
Keep check how I can go back up as I pull because I want to clear those lines.
Okay. Yeah. Alright. Scot-free. A little bit. We're just kind of bumping things. So not hung up on anything. Alright. She's out. With our new motor, we need to put this transmission on there, so we got to pull this off. We're gonna have to send off the flywheel to get resurfaced, but we'll get into that later. Yeah, came out pretty smooth, but I think overall we're just gonna have to have some more shit to do. Working over each other.
Get like 17 pairs of hands in here.
Looks like it's pretty much apart.
Sure. Taking off the pressure plate to the clutch.
That seems very wobbly. Did you see that?
Yeah, it seemed a little loose to me.
That is weird.
It's a weird configuration.
Alright, let's see what happens.
Let's see what this looks like.
I've never seen a pressure plate do that.
I never have either.
Alright, so we've never really experienced this because this is the first time that we've dealt with a VQ35. So this is a dual mass, right? Dual mass flywheel. So that means it like dampens itself to, I guess, minimize the impact on the drivetrain or something like that. Some engineering feat. So upon further research, that these flywheels are not able to be resurfaced. You have to do a full replacement. So the whole reason for us diving into this and trying to get these parts off was because we thought we were going to just use the stock one and get it resurfaced. Well, looks like we're just going to buy a new one. So kind of abandoning the plan on that. All right, so we pretty much got everything done that we can get done for now. We're still waiting on a clutch, a radiator to come, gaskets and whatnot, oil, all that stuff. Should be here sometime this week, and next weekend we should start the process of putting this engine back in. Overall, it went pretty good. I mean, quick and easy. Like even with filming, it went
Chilling.
Yeah, we just took it nice and slow. It probably took twice as long, but it wasn't like strenuous. So I think like if you were just hustling and bustling, it was just you and a friend, 3 hours probably to pull this engine. All right, guys. Well, I think that's gonna do it for this episode. Stay tuned for the next episode. I'll put a link right here. Hopefully I get that one up pretty quick so you guys can transition right into that video. All right, guys. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.